Nice. Definitely my max here.
Recently, Michael Schultz, who is one of the regular YouTubers I watch, announced that he is hosting the first ever online weighted calisthenics competition. All participants will measure their max weighted pull-up, max weighted dip, and max weighted squat. The score is the sum of all weights. The person with the highest score will be awarded with 1,000 euros. Obviously, it's impossible for me to win the competition, but I decided to enter the competition because of two key reasons. First, everyone will be held to the same standard when performing the exercise. Michael and his team will check the form of the exercise for every submission. Therefore, there won't be a situation where we have to compare a solid 90-pound pull-up with a kipping 100-pound pull-up. This is appealing to me because there are too many people commenting and messaging me that the front lever is not that hard and I just need to train harder. But when I tell them to show me a clip of their front lever, most of the time the form is terrible. If I show that kind of form on YouTube and claim that I successfully learned the front lever, I will be torn apart in the comments section. Second, Michael will release the statistics after each season, so we can know our performance in our age group, our weight class, and so on. These stats will be not only interesting, but also way more accurate than the surveys done in Reddit r bodyweight fitness, as the exercise performed is held to the same standard. The more people enter the competition, the more accurate and interesting the stats will be. So I hope you will be motivated to also enter the competition after watching this video. What's up guys, I'm about to test my 1 rep max for the King of Weighted online weighted calisthenics competition. But first, I'm going to measure my weight. Alright, so we have a scale here. I'm gonna step onto it. Alright, 131 pounds with the camera. I haven't trained any weighted pull-ups for almost 2 years, so I was not entirely sure of what to expect. My max was 108 pounds when I weighted 140 pounds, which is 77% of extra body weight. Now I weigh 131 pounds. Assuming that I can still pull 77% of extra body weight, in theory, I should be able to pull 100 pounds. I started with pulling 45 pounds first. I'm gonna go with 100. Oh, what? What? I was disappointed that I wasn't able to pull 100 pounds. However, if I could pull at least 90 pounds, it would be acceptable for me to upload this video. So I went for 90 pounds next. To my great surprise, I still couldn't do it. I thought maybe the plates were too thick and they affected me. So I switched to thinner plates and tried 2 more times. Oh, I can't! What? Okay, so I gotta at least be able to do something, right? So I gotta maybe drop it to 80 or 85 or something like that. I gotta be able to do 85, right? I went down to 85 pounds. And still couldn't do it. Then I went further down to 80 pounds. I can't! But I still couldn't do it. I had to do one with 45 pounds to regain my confidence. I therefore decided to try 70 pounds. Alright! Man, at least I can do 70 with the competition form. Okay. Should we try 75 just for the sake of it? Yeah, let's try 75. I decided to go for 75 pounds. Okay. 75 with the competition form. Alright, and I was barely able to do it. I was also able to dip 55 pounds, but later I realized that the form was invalid because my shoulders weren't clearly below my elbows at the lowest point. So I had to redo it one more time. I also was able to squat 95 pounds, which is a personal record for me. I decided to train the weighted pull-up for a month instead of submitting my attempts right away, because I felt so embarrassed about being only able to pull up 75 pounds. It's hard to explain why there is such a decline in my performance. One possible explanation is that the one-arm pull-up and the weighted pull-up are still quite different from each other. Training the one-arm pull-up does not mean getting stronger in the weighted pull-up. However, I believe the decline is most likely due to my shift of attention to training the pull-up endurance. I made this decision because after achieving the one-arm pull-up, coincidentally, I went to the Fit Expo and did the pull-up challenge. I ended up only being able to do just 15 reps, and a lot of people were interested to see me increasing my pull-up reps. That means there were a few months where there was no high-intensity pulling training for me. There was only endurance training from the bodyweight pull-up and finger strength training from rock climbing. In any case, the fact is I lost my usual weighted pull-up strength. I therefore paused my pull-up endurance training and started training the weighted pull-up again. I trained and trained and trained. 1 month passed. When I retested my 1 rep max, I was able to improve 15 pounds and pull 90 pounds, but I was still unable to pull 100 pounds. I will most likely have to deload and start another training cycle to reach 100 pounds, which will probably take another month or 2. Since we are already being over halfway through the first season of the competition, I want to get this video out now, instead of waiting till the tail end of the season, because I want to see you enter the competition as well. The information of the competition will be in the video description below. Now you guys tell me, do you prefer to see me retrain the weighted pull-up back to 100 pounds? Or do you prefer to see me achieve 20 pull-ups in a row? Definitely comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy watching this video, I want to let you know that I recently launched a food bar business called 5 Bar recently. 5 Bar is a perfect pre-workout snack. It consists of low GI ingredients with 190 calories packed in a bar. It has 0 added sugar and it consists of organic, real food ingredients exclusively. To my knowledge, there is no other food bar like this on the market. Definitely check out the link in the video description below to order some 5 bars. See you in the next video.